So, are we back?
Yeah, I think we're back now. Awesome. Alright, hi everybody. It's been nice chatting with you for the last 45 minutes, but we are back, and we are in the middle of the gauntlet climb for Rywek.
So, to briefly recap, we have flippers on fixtures, hookshot in... First, we have hookshot in Turtle Rock Chain Chomp Room, which is all we can get with one small key. Then we have the flute on Graveyard Ledge, flippers on fixtures, leading to fire rod in Checkerboard Cave, leading to Desert Pass Big Key in Swamp Palace, Waterfall Room for Go mode.
Yeah, a lot of the difference in time here has just been on routing. Rywek did the early Helma in order to get the GT Big Key, and that just made a lot of the difference here. They made pretty much the same plays after that. They both took the gamble in Turtle Rock, were rewarded with the hook shot. They both did the swamp dip, skipping left side. The problem is Gus went back into swamp, not quite realizing he was in go mode after finding the DP Big Key. Alright, so down goes Lambo 2, we get some bombs. Maldorm 2. We already killed Lambo 2. Only a single to start. I think those were a little close. I think that was only one.
I think that was a double, we'll see.
So we're either 3 or 4 in. 4 or 5 in.
Yep, that was single, that was the fifth.
And down he goes. Yeah, Rywek probably not in the best of tempers right now. Just probably checking his timer. But even still, anything sub 2 hours in the key seat is, especially when you have to kill a boss in the pendant dungeon. Nice double off the trident.
I think that's enough spins on the second phase. Setting up a double here.
And boom. And GG to Rywek, gonna go ahead and step through that door and finish with an SRL of 153.51. GG's to Rywek. Alright, Rywek will be joining us in a minute or two as Gus comes into the gauntlet.
Gauntlet is surprisingly even more difficult with all the boots.
Yeah, especially these ice rooms. You just gotta swim with the sword.
And the harder part without boots is coming up the bridge. When you have boots, just dash through those, but without, good luck.
And we are joined by our winner Rywek. Congratulations and GG.
Thank you, thank you.
Not a problem. It seems like I've been saying that a lot lately. So what'd you think of this seed?
It was pretty good actually. Like sub 2 hours is always nice. I felt pretty confident once I found the Desert Palace big key. Like, oh hey, go mode. So let's just go, and it was just perfect time. So sub 2 hours. I figured I was in the lead.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest with you, you guys were literally coming out of swamp within about 15-20 seconds of each other. The two differences is Gus didn't quite realize he was in go mode or close enough to it and went back in to check the left side, and you had already done Helma for the GT big key.
Oh my, oh he went back in, eee.
Was that the Harris small key?
No, that's our second Castle Tower key.
Oh, well, hey, we can do Aga 1 now. Alright, Gus just gotta be a little careful here.
Yeah, down to half a heart without powder.
So how about that Turtle Rock dip? I mean, just paying off in spades.
Well, I was already up there, and I had one key, so I figured I can at least do 2 checks in Turtle Rock and see the hint. I figured there's no point not doing it, otherwise it'd be a long trek back up the mountain. And it paying off was just beautiful. Just beautiful. And it got me the silver hours right away.
Yeah, all of that comboed in really nicely after you finally got the access with that mirror. For once, Zora not being a scam.
Mm-hmm. Though it did take me a while to get back to Zora.
Yeah, you actually ended up having mirror second, and you also had... You had the mirror second, you had the flute second as well. Oh, this is trouble. Oh, no! Gus taking a death in the mini Helmasaur room right before Aga 2.
Oh, no. That's terrible. Ugh. That's 6 minutes gone.
Yeah. But he's gonna keep climbing. You guys got a lot early. I mean, you had a burner start, not too bad, especially since this one wasn't on hard mode. And you just ended up with like super early cane, a lot of good items early, just a couple of things that aren't usually the troll items, like the fire rod being in checkerboard really late.
Well, in Key Sanity, you'll often get like items like that really early. It's the keys that troll you.
Yeah, one thing I actually kind of wanted to ask you. You ended up not doing the hammer jump and using the key instead. I really thought that you might have been thinking to keep the key and go straight to Helma in that case.
Well, the reason behind that is I can't do the hammer jump.
Fair enough. To be perfectly honest, Gust actually did the hammer jump and then got a full refill on his hearts and accidentally killed all the little mini Dodongos and couldn't kill himself.
Well, I had to walk back just to get my cape, but... all of that through the dark. That was not pleasant.
No, not at all. And then finding the lamp up on Death Mountain to tell you, hey, you've missed the flute, congratulations.
Yay! Well, it did help to be able to discern where the flute could be, so there was that.
Absolutely. Alright, so this moves you up to, what, 6-2 now?
Yeah, 6-2. I'm gunning for that #1 spot. DT, watch out.
Oh yeah, you're coming up on them fast. So I know you're in the midst of a really busy weekend. Who's next on your hit list?
Gus again tonight.
Oh, and this will be game 3. Have you guys already set up your vetoes or anything yet?
We have. I vetoed Key Sanity, and I think he vetoed Swordless.
Sounds pretty normal. Sounds normal.
Oh yeah.
At least you didn't do something like veto normal.
That would not be fun. Well, actually, I actually like hard mode, so I enjoy hard mode more than I enjoy normal.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I've been calming a lot of hard mode, and hard mode's been really popular, especially the last couple weeks, getting into a lot of these, game 2s and game 3. Whereas like early on in the tournament, it was just a bunch of all dungeons. It's just the hard mode kind of makes those little nuanced changes that might catch you off guard.
Well, hard mode is a good strategy if you're like a higher ranked player versus a lower ranked player. Like I'm #1, Gus is #6. So hard mode would have been perfect, and I think that's what I did for our first match. I did a all dungeon hard. What did I say? All dungeon hard something. Swordless, I think.
Hey, can't fault the strategy, especially with all that going.
Mm-hmm.
So what time's your race tonight with Gus tonight? Are you guys set up to be streamed on that one too?
It's at 7 p.m. tonight, and we are being restreamed on Speed Gaming 4.
Oh, so keep an eye out. You want to see these guys run it back, hopefully with full comms this time. You'll be able to see that tonight at about 7:30.
Yup, and it looks like they rolled all dungeons and retro hall.
Ooh.
Yeah, that. When I rolled that, I was in complete disarray. I mean, nobody wants to do an all-dungeon retro. Especially in hard mode. There's only 14 keys left in the pool. You're just gonna have to spend your time farming for rupees.
Hey, maybe we'll just end up with like every 300 pack in Kakariko.
Hey, that'd be lucky.
And maybe the triple is going to be Big 20.
Aw, well thank you guys for wishing me such great luck for a seed. Now I know it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, commentator cursed. Alright, so Gus into Aga 2 here. We'll see how this plays out for him. And it just gets one off the start. A little bit more favorable pattern this time. That looks like a double.
Not sure, that also looks like pretty close.
Alright, and down goes Aga. So, Rywek, did you have any other thoughts on the stream or how everything's been going for you over this these last few days or everything?
Well, I'm feeling pretty confident, being 6'2" and all. Yeah, I'm genuinely gunning for that first spot in my groups, and I think it's going well.
Awesome. Well, can't wait to see you again later this evening and see you climb up there to give that top of the group a run. You know, DT's probably already sweating bullets.
Yeah, I did beat him once. He beat me the second time, but I beat him once. Do it again.
Absolutely. Okay, Gus down to 2 here. It's gonna be a little close. Oh, and he takes a trident. Alright, back in we go. 8 hearts. Let's see if we can do this.
Getting a good spot for double spins. I think that's enough. So as long as it don't die.
Yeah, it's a clutch burner activation there. Again, not want to give up that 4th hit in phase 3. Looks like a good double set. And 4. Beeping or not, Gus gets it down and is going to be finishing up. Alright, across the bridge is a slap of the timer. And Gus is going to finish in second with 2 hours, 6 minutes, 40 seconds. GG to Gus.
So let's see if he wants to come in for a talk too.
Yeah, we'll see if Gus wants to jump in. And we are joined by Gus. GG, Gus.
Hello, thank you.
So, what were your thoughts on that seed?
It was an alright seed, I guess. I think I could have played a lot better, but it was okay. It's not like the worst key sanity I've had, I think.
Yeah, any key sanity where you can finish right there close to 2 is really solid. I mean, that's a good time regardless, especially when you were required to complete or well, at least kill the boss in a pendant dungeon.
Yeah. I don't think there was any double dips required except pod.
Yeah, I think pod was probably the only one there that you really needed to go into twice. You probably could have snuck it out in one, but unfortunately there were some untimely health refills both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was a pretty quick seed. I mean, your collection rate, especially for key sanity, is definitely super low there. You know, 138, 143, in pretty good times overall. And the seed was generous. It gave you a pretty good set of equipment there.
Yeah,
I mean, especially you, Gus. You had super early tempered.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw that monster sword, I started thinking like there was probably going to be something in higher castle or higher castle tower. But it was just a sword, but that's nice too.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that really interests me, you go up to Death Mountain, you crack open Turtle Rock, and Turtle Rock, sure enough, is holding your hook shot. Is that kind of like a sigh of relief? You're diving like your only possibility in Turtle Rock and find a big item like that?
I actually went to Turtle Rock because I thought I was able to get the boots. I forgot about that one door there that you need two keys. So I was like, well, I'm screwed, and then I get the hook shots like the minute after. But yeah, that was a side of relief, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely, and it was great watching both of you play out pretty much, you know, Rywek coming up right after you making the same play, getting that hook shot, and just the divergences in routing between like a couple of key points, like you guys go completely different directions and then come back and merge for the hook shot, then split right up again and end up coming back right there at the end of Swamp Out.
Okay, that sounds like it was pretty close even, after all.
Yeah, a lot of it really was that after coming out of Swamp, Rywek already had it done, and unfortunately you ended up going back into Swamp. Did give you a little bit of a time loss.
Yeah, I kind of brain farted it. I thought for a while there that Turtle Rock was a crystal dungeon, so I was like looking for the big key and more keys to clear that. It wasn't until like after I did a map check afterwards and saw that, yeah, I had all the things needed to complete the game.
Yeah, and not only that, you're getting some really nice hints here, like dipping into Hera for just a second and saying, "Oh, by the way, your green pendants for the GT Big Key," and then getting a super early Pyramid Fairy hint that, "Hey, by the way, your Desert Big Key or your Hera Big Key rather is buried inside the Pyramid Fairy."
Yeah, I was a little bit confused when it said the GT Big Key was on the village elder, because I wasn't sure who that was. Because I was starting thinking of like people in the village who can give you stuff, and that's like only the bottle vendor. I'm quite sure that's not the village elder. Because Sasha, he doesn't live in the village. He lives at Easton. Why is he the village elder?
Well, I mean, he's on the run. I mean, at least they kept that bit over from the vanilla game. You gotta if you're an old man on the lam, you gotta have a place to hide out.
Oh, so that's how it is.
Yeah. So Gus, you put in it was a pretty close race throughout here, regardless of the little bit of difference in time. You got anything else scheduled coming up?
No, just that one more match with Rywek later today.
Yeah.
Or tonight for me. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
I hope
absolutely.
I can stay awake for that. Because that's like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. I think. In my time zone.
Well, I had to get up at 6 a.m. this morning, you know.
I think I'd rather get up at 6 a.m. to be honest. Maybe, I'm not sure. I have to think about it.
Hey, you agree? You had to agree to it as well, Rywek. So thank you both very much. This was a heck of a show you guys put on here for us. It was really interesting, and I'm sure you guys are going to entertain us later on the night when you run it back for Game 3.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's go wrap it up here. And if you enjoy what you've been seeing or not seeing, don't forget to follow the runners, Rywek and Gus, and the Speed Gaming Network for more tournament matches, and the ALTTP Randomizer Network as well. Coming up next on this channel in about half an hour is going to be Rywek versus Dustin. So look forward to that. It's going to be all dungeons, open mode. And later today at 12:30 we have Dark Shadow 59 versus Lyra GG at Speed Gaming 4. And of course at 7:30 tonight we'll also on Speed Gaming 4. These two runners we just featured will run it back again for their Game 3. So a lot of windows yet to play today.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, don't forget to give not only our tracker here, but as well as my co-com. We got links in chat for everybody. You know, Blastek did a great job here with me. Data, especially through all the troubles we were having, kept up everything. You know, so when we did get back, we had everything up for you guys. Thank you all very much for bearing with us through us for our chat segment as well. And everyone have a good time. We'll see you next.